It's time for another epic trade vlog.
Team Canada.
What's going on, guys? I'm SeeJayAre, and I've got another table full of games, this time from Games Exchange in downtown Kitchener, Ontario. I've spoken quite a bit about them recently because I've been trading in a lot of my garage sale finds to Games Exchange. They've got a really good inventory. They've recently switched owners, and the new owners are absolutely fantastic. So go check out Games Exchange. I'll leave a link in the description below for their Facebook page. So on the table here is about $1,000 worth of stuff that I traded in and got this stuff. As always, like I always say, completely free. I find stuff at garage sales, keep what I need and trade off the rest. Usually what I do is say I paid $200 for the stuff that I traded, which is probably about what I paid, $200 to get about 1,000 credit. I'll sell a few things off, usually consoles, to make the actual money back so I'm even, and then I'll trade off whatever I have left, whatever's accumulated over the last couple weeks, and then I'll take it in and trade towards stuff that I actually want for the collection. So yeah, some pretty interesting stuff here. I am going to get right into this. Now, somebody mentioned that in these videos I should run footage of the games. I'll do that next time. The next time I pick up like a smaller lot, this is just too much stuff and I just don't have the time right now, and I'm too lazy. But the next like epic trade vlog I do, if I trade a bunch of games in for some expensive stuff, I'll run some clips of footage of the games, because a lot of the games I've never played before and you guys probably want a good idea of what they're about. So that will come next time, but for this time I'm just going to go through the pickups. There's a lot of stuff here. So one of my favorite things, and when I go to conventions I joke that I live in the dollar bins under the tables. They have a dollar bin at Games Exchange, so I pick stuff out of there all the time. And what I like to grab, they throw in third-party controllers under there usually. These are some third-party N64 controllers, and I'm not sure who they're made by. TTX. They're okay. They're totally suitable as like a second controller. What I'll do is I'll throw one of these in an N64 bundle that I'm selling. I have to mention though that it's a third-party controller, or people will get excited because they're pretty close. They just don't say Nintendo, and they have a slightly different texture to them. But other than that, they're not bad controllers. So their dollar bin is $1, so $1 each for these. They also have been putting like knockoff games, like remember the like Chinese NES games, multi-carts. And I like grabbing these. Back in the day, if you had one of these games with 200 games on it, I know some are better than others. Some are just like snippets of levels, which is kind of annoying. But that was a big deal back in the late 80s, early 90s to have, you know, even 31 in ones. This is a very common one that you see often. But from what I remember, this one's not bad. Anyways, $1 each on these. This one's missing the label, but I'm pretty sure it's another 31 in one. And this is a 201, so $1 each on those. Couldn't leave them there. This was also in the dollar bin too. $1 for a Retron, and I just like having these around. I have them on a few of my TVs throughout the game room. I have one in like my classic section where I have my NES classic and stuff, just in case I want to play a game that I don't have on my classic. I just stick it in there. So $1 for all that stuff. I couldn't pass that up. I think there's actually one more. Yeah, there's one more $1 controller here. This is a Mad Catz N64 controller for $1. Like I said, good as like a second controller for a bundle. Okay, a couple random little bags of stuff here. I work right down the street, so I'm in at Games Exchange almost every day to see what new stock they have out, so I pick up things throughout the week. This is The Simpsons Bart's Nightmare. These are Canadian prices, $28. They base everything off price charting, so you always know what you're going to pay for something. You also always know that you can pretty much get 50% or even a little bit more of price charting value when you trade stuff in, which I really enjoy for game stores because I can get an idea of how much I can get for my games and how much games are going to cost if they're there. So I really like that. I've never played this one. I was going to say that I like picking up boxed Genesis games pretty much more than anything else. I've picked up probably close to 30 Genesis games from Games Exchange in the last couple months from trades. I don't find them at garage sales. I rarely find boxed Genesis stuff or loose. On that same day, I picked up Artie Lightfoot on the Super Nintendo. Pricey game at $115. But again, I think right now I've got a lot of money on. I've got a lot of credits still at Games Exchange, so I just kind of pick stuff up as I see stuff come in that I need and want. Oh, here's another dollar multi-cart. This is an 80-in-1. Cartridge Story 2. I haven't checked that one out yet. And some of these, I can almost guarantee that's got a Famicom adapter inside it. You can feel the weight. So definitely worth $1. This is Williams Arcade Greatest Hits. A couple Saturn games. Games Exchange has a fantastic resurfacer, so they'll take in stuff that's a little bit scratched if you're trading stuff in, which is always nice because they've got one of the greatest resurfacers I've ever seen in my entire life. So there's some resurfacers that leave like that sharp edge, and you can tell that it's been resurfaced. This one I've seen turn like unusable discs, like really badly scratched, into like pristine new looking discs. So my point is, I believe it was Cliffhanger that was one of them. Yeah, like their resurfacing machine is out of this world. It's a very expensive machine, but also if you want to get discs resurfaced, they'll do them for $1 there, which is a great deal. So I've got Cliffhanger on the Sega Cd. I can't remember what I paid for these. Chuck Rock 2, Son of Chuck. Love getting Sega Cd stuff. I never find this stuff. And this is Link's The Challenge of Golf. I've got one bag here of expensive PS2 and a couple PSP things that we're going to go through. But, okay, let's go through this pile here. Some N64 stuff. Always happy to add that to the collection. F1 Pole Position 64. South Park Rally. Monaco Grand Prix. This is Rugrats in Paris, the movie. On the Genesis, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Animaniacs. Street Cop, complete on the NES. Oh, no manual. Another stack of Genesis stuff. Here is a, is this Color Dreams game, I believe? Maybe not. This is Shockwave. Never played Shockwave. We've got Superman on the Genesis. Bugs Bunny in Double Trouble. Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego. It was not easy to use $55 of credit for Theme Park. Universal Soldier. It's a pricey one. Pete Sampras Tennis. And Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures. So like I said, I'm getting a nice stack of Genesis stuff to the point where I'm out of room on my Sega shelf, so I need to figure something out there. Okay, this is a bundle I picked up the other day. This is Command and Conquer on the Sega Saturn. We've got VR Sports Powerboat Racing, which I think was like $4 or $5. Happy to find this one. This is River City Rival Showdown. It's got like the little keychain and everything in there. I like these River City games. There's a name for them. Kunio? Is that the series? Let me know in the comments below. But let me know the name of that series. Anyways, they're side-scrolling beat-em-ups, really good ones. I have the other one. I can't remember what it's called. But this is Rival Showdown. I think it was like $20. Pretty good deal for that. I was happy. This was in the dollar bin. I've never had one of these before. This is the Speed Board. by Pressman for $1. Basically, you put your NES controller in there, and I think, I'm trying to remember what games it was. It might have been for, it's for like games that you have to tap really fast. It might have been for like track and field. But I thought that was kind of cool. A game that I thought I had, Die Hard Trilogy 2. I think that was around 10 bucks. Missile Defense 3D on the Master System. Pricey one here. This is Outrun 3D. $130. Oh man. Oh, picked up, I forgot about this. Picked up this really strange Capcom Ps2 controller. Smooth move. These bags are great, but they're actually pretty tough to get into. I'm excited for this. This is for fighting games. So you can see it's got 6 buttons across. Interesting. Interesting. I've really got to try this out. This is the Capcom Pad Soldier. So it's got 6 buttons, but just trying to feel like the angle here. It feels pretty good. It's different, I'll tell you that. Technically a Super Famicom controller, but you can see it's got Capcom branding on it there. Actually really cool. And I think it was pretty cheap. I want to say it was like 15 bucks or something. And I grabbed a couple TurboGrafx games. Victory Run, loose unfortunately, but what are you gonna do? And Vigilante. Victory Run was 15, Vigilante was 22. Okay, on to this final bag. This bag of stuff here was almost $500 in trade credit. Some decent PS2 games here. We've got Arctic Thunder. That's a game that I had in my younger years. Killer 7 on the PS2. 20 bucks on that. The King of Fighters collection, the Orochi Saga. I think that's how you pronounce that. 27 on that. A pretty cheap PSP RPG. One that I didn't have. This is Generations of Chaos. An NIS title. I think it was like 15 bucks. Really happy to see that. Somebody brought in a huge PS2 and PSP RPG trade-in. A couple Super Nintendo games mixed in this lot. Top Gear 3000, bit of a pricey game at $50. This is James Pond, Super James Pond. 13 on that guy. Okay, one that I'm pretty excited to have. I have all of the games, all of the rest of the games in series. This is Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles. I've got Oath of Felghana. I forget the name of the other ones. I can't remember. But this completes my PSP Ys collection. We've got Mana Khemia, Alchemist of El Revis. I had this game, I believe, but not in this like special edition package. I don't know what I paid for this, but they were pretty pricey. I actually scooped them up before they were able to even put the prices on, most of them. This is a very expensive one. Mana Khemia 2, Fall of Alchemy, 120 bucks. This is AR Tenelico. I think that's how these are pronounced. That's how or R Tenelico, probably R Tenelico. Melody of Elamia. Great art style. 80 on that guy. And this is AR Tenelico 2, R Tenelico 2, Melody of Metaphylicia. These names. 67 on that guy. Happy to have these nice collector's edition RPGs. Magna Carta Tears of Blood Deluxe box set. I think that guy was around, I can't remember what I paid. I don't want to throw prices out there if I don't remember. And then finally, this is Montezuma's Revenge on the Master System. I'm going for a complete Master System collection. 85 bucks on that guy. one of the more expensive games. So I've knocked out, with these 2 games here, 2 of the more expensive games on the Master System with trade credits. So yeah, so easily $1,000 worth of trade credit here. Just looking at these numbers, I'm just like, did I really pay that much? But I have to remind myself that it was all trade, and it ends up being free. So, but you guys know me, I would never spend that kind of money on these 2 games. But anyways, that's it for the Epic Trade from Games Exchange. I am building up my next pile of Epic Trade stuff, and I should have enough to trade in probably another week or 2, probably for another round of $1,000 trades. So what I'll do is, again, take it all to a local store, and I'll actually film the process. I'll do a bit of a vlog, get some in-store footage, and then we'll get some good games, some expensive games, and I'll run some clips here and up the production value a little bit. But I've been pretty consistent on YouTube. I'm pretty proud of myself. I've been giving you guys 2 videos now for 2 videos a week now for a couple months. So yeah, it's going well. The garage sale videos will be live on Sunday morning. It's now Sunday morning when I'm filming this, so I'm premiering the videos at 10 a.m. Except for today, I have to do it at 9. But that's how I'm going to do it. 10 a.m. Sundays is when the garage sale videos are going to premiere, so feel free to join us. It actually premieres on YouTube, so Matt and I will be in the chat answering all of your questions. As the video premieres, we can all watch it together. So I think it'll be fun. It'll give me a little bit more time to edit that video too. It's been a bit of a press to get that done Friday night and then get ready for garage sales and do whatever I'm doing with the kids, swimming, all that kind of stuff. So I appreciate your continued support. It would really help out the channel if when you watch my videos, if you just hit that like button. Feel free to hit the bell to be notified when a new video goes up. That's a big help too. And if you're not subscribed, feel free to do that. And one more thing I'm going to ask of you. If you enjoy my videos, feel free to check out my Instagram. It's in the description below. It's in the description below, the link to my Instagram. I'm just over 22,000 followers on Instagram right now. So yeah, that's building up nicely. Anyways, guys, again, thank you for all of your support. And till the next episode.